paid a very great professional cost. You know, popular actor, singer, performer, who had a lot of that taken from him because he wouldn't change and wouldn't compromise on his principles. Leon Sullivan, who at great sacrifice, went out and said, we must build these connections. But now you've taken the next step. You've literally, with a blood bond, showed us a path back that we had not yet taken advantage of. What have been some of those sacrifices? And, you know, how has this thing intermingled? I mean, you use the metaphor a lot of the devil beating his wife, and how it's sunshine and rain at the same time. So, yes, but holding fast to not only this principle that DNA has memory, but then acting on that memory to create institutions. And we talk about the foundation in a moment. Can you talk about some of the sacrifices, some of the professional sacrifices, the personal sacrifices, and how that's kind of not been a deterrent for you as you move forward in this work?
I knew early on that there's no pain, there's no gain, before they created that term. I knew for some reason early on at 9 that when I got kicked out of Sunday school asking why there was inconsistencies in the book of Genesis at 8. When I was kicked out of school, here, take this nickel and go get yourself out of here and go get some now-laters. Stop asking all those questions. I've always been curious. I said to a gentleman before that I never agreed with Tarzan being the king of the jungle. I never agreed with Walt Disney's cartoons with the African images of bones and My Man Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I never agreed with us being slaves on this bullet plantation and that plantation, and the antebellum South is all we are. And Hattie McDaniel, although I love you, Stephen Fetchit, although I love you, I think that you are not going to rest until I take the test to get this thing right. And the only way we can do it, and everyone I've read, from Honorable Temps to Audre Lorde, everyone I've read, the Harlem Renaissance, everyone I've read, and I've read, and I've read, and the more you read, I think the more you read, the less you bleed. But you have to bleed. The thing that I'm trying to say here is I don't use all words. I don't use reparation. I don't use racism. I don't use revolution. I use evolution, because in a movement they tend to stop. Every revolution someone dies. We ask for reparations, you will never get it. President Clinton apologized for slavery on African soil in Ghana. There's a reason you're not going to have an apology from the executive in charge. It's because that's a business issue. Every single person of African descent would have to get a check. You're not going to get it because you don't get it. Because you don't want to get it. Until you get it, you won't ever get it. Get it? Yes. Now, what does that mean? Dig yourself, therefore you shall be dug. A man named Harry Poe, right here in the Ebony Impromptu Theater, told me that. He said, son, how can someone like you and love you if you don't like and love yourself? So dig yourself, and therefore you shall be dug, not only by your friends, but around the world. How is it that Obama can be revered around the world, and we allow this sense of helplessness and, well, oh, well, Troy Davis is dead. That's just the way it is. It's not enough to have a call and response and preach on. I decided to spend money that I didn't have and sacrifice my life, my family, and my children's private school to love my people even when my people didn't love me, to stand for something that was not in bigotry or prejudice, but not in pride, but in my desire to not allow Paul Robeson or anyone take my name. You've already done it once. So my fight in the media was not a fight of vanity. My name is my brand. My word is my bond. Whereas I come from a legacy where you took my name and you branded me. So the image I got when I saw Roots, and I've worked with Louis Gossett Jr. and Chicken George Ben Vereen, they were great characters. But the only character that I could connect with, and I don't even remember his name. And as a child, when I saw it, everybody was like, I want to be Chicken George. Got the hat and the feather, dancing. I want to be Louis Gossett. I want to be John Amos. Hold the baby up. Look, behold, I want to be big and pecs and broad nose and black. But the brother that got my attention was the one that was on the back of the buckboard with his hands tied behind his back. And he kicked the horse and hung himself. Not to give that slaveholder the joy of killing him because he knew there's no way out. Or is it? And what I'm trying to say, what is inside this man that is now looking in the face of death, that can take his own life with this level of integrity and dignity in a foreign land? That is the thing that woke up something in me that said, what if I live my life a certain way and every character I play, no matter whether it's a thug, a gay, a straight, or whatever, he's strong. He's intelligent. And maybe cool. And I dare say maybe sexy. I don't know. But if I'm getting your attention and I'm holding it and you ride with me, maybe now after I write this book, you will ride with me all the way over the Atlantic. You will ride with me with your innovation. You will ride with me with your investment and stop saying, why Africa? There are poor people here. Why Africa? There are people need you here, Isaiah. Why Africa? There are people dying here. Why Africa? There's people dying and right around the corner with an African-American president who's Kenyan. And I look at a woman who looks like, I don't know. She's laying in broad daylight with her belly out, no shoes on. The first mother, right outside of Union Station. And you tell me, we live in the greatest country that ever was created? When I know $1.4 trillion is available to all investors, supported by Congressman Hunter, Conyers, and Congressman Bobby Rush. This is what I'm going to do because I know how y'all are. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You keep doing what you're doing. And when I get to the finish line, I'm going to do 2 covers in 2016. Make a note. I do everything in 10 years. I'm going to do 2 covers. Forbes and Black Enterprise. And I will take you all you Johnny-come-latelys and say, yes, you too can invest in the Gondabe Manga Airlines. Flying straight off of our eastern seaboard, straight into Sierra Leone, maybe Waterloo, with the first iPad, iTouch airport, the most divine airport, the most exquisite airport in Africa, in West Africa, in the world, literally bypassing Heathrow and creating a new hub, not only just for us, but for excellence.
No, I don't know now. You all have